Hi folks, how are you all doing? Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today's gameplay, we're in the VK3601H, which is the little German Tier 6 heavy tank. A brilliant tank. If you haven't got this in your garage, get it. It's a really decent tank. And the origins of this tank is it was an experimental German World War II heavy tank, and it was developed by the Henschel company. The vehicle was a further development of the VK3001H project and a stage in design process for the Tiger, so it led up to the Tiger tank. A total of 8 chassis and 1 prototype were built in 1942, and during the development various technical solutions were trialled. Some of them later served as a basis for German heavy tanks designs during the World War II. And the chassis were also used in armoured recovery vehicles, believe it or not. And this tank, the VK3601H, was the first prototype of Germany's PZKPFW6 Tiger, which is an average combat tank without any particular strong points about it. This tank, it is very prone to being ammo racked, and so you know you've got to try and do your best to try and hide it. And the optimal angle on this thing is 30 degrees, and you often find that your crew members get killed quite a bit in this tank, but it's such a great tank, it really is. The VK3601H really is an agile. It's you've got to try and kind of play it like a medium tank. Does 50 kilometers per hour, although it takes a little bit of time of getting up to there, I'll say that. And it is quite slow and cumbersome, especially on soft ground. But it was buffed. This tank was buffed in patch 1.1. And basically they buffed the dispersion rate on it down to 0.32. And if you fire the Make Me Better rounds, the heat rounds, that's the way to go on this tank, because it's got 194mm of penetration with an average damage output of 220 hit points. Aim time on it's not the greatest, but it's not too bad, 2.3 seconds, and it costs 4,000 credits if you fire the Make Me Better rounds. And you can fire up to 8.7 rounds per minute, and the reload time on it is about 5.46 seconds. It's got 8 degrees of gun depression, so again, that's pretty good. And it's got a good viewing range of 428 meters. For a little tier 6 heavy tank, that's pretty decent, really. Now, for some reason, I'm constantly being spotted, and I think there's a light either in that bush over there next to that rock, or perhaps the bush just a little bit further back from that, to the left-hand side, just where the water is. Because every time I'm moving, I keep getting spotted. There you go, look, again. So the sneaky little bugger. I know he's there somewhere, and I've just got to try and work out where he is. That's the beauty of the game. So would I recommend getting this tank? Absolutely, 100%. This is a great little tank, and I have a lot of fun playing this tank. I really do. It's just one of them tanks in the game that it's a staple, it's reliable, and I've had some amazing games in this tank. I really have. It's not too bad at side scraping as long as you get the angle just right, but if you are going to angle, if I pulling out or whatever, make sure you get it at 30 degrees or thereabouts, to stand a chance of bouncing some shots. And I've played in some really good games in tier 8s, and I've managed to do damage to them. And yeah, I've had some really good games in this. So would I recommend it? Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I wouldn't even hesitate of getting this tank. And you see a few of them out on the battlefield, and it does get played quite a bit. And I'll show you on Tomatoes GG of what sort of presence this thing has on the battlefield and on the win rate. So as you can see, the VK3601H comes 4th at the top of the list, with a 50.96% win rate, and there's been 85,433 battles played in the last 7 days in this tank. That's insane, isn't it, for a little tier 6? So it's obviously very popular amongst the community. So as you can see, the stats don't lie. It's a very decent tank with a very decent win rate. So this little VK3002M has managed to sneak down and get behind that rock, so we're duking it out now to see who's going to win. I just need that one more shot to take him out. Come on, there we go. He's gone. Back to the garage. Or as Klaus would say, no fun for you. So now we just got this little T150 to contend with and see if we can take him out. I don't know why he's pushed forward here. The T150 is a great tank, of course it is, and I've got that in my garage as well. but it is a very decent tank. I don't play that as much as I used to. I managed to 3-mark it on the console all them years ago, many moons ago, in a previous lifetime. But it is a decent tank in its own right, it really is. Well, it's Russian, isn't it? You know, Wargaming, in their infinite wisdom, make sure that the Russian tanks definitely don't come bottom, that's for sure. But I was playing a game earlier on Malinovka in my CS52 lists, and I was going up against the Object 430U, the tier 10. Guess who won? Guess who couldn't pen him? But guess who won? Because it wasn't me. I can assure you that. He just went through me like a knife through butter. I don't know. I just, when I see things like that, yes, it's frustrating, and it's all part of the learning curve, isn't it? Apparently, it's there to test you. So Wargaming say. Don't know exactly what they're trying to test, because if you haven't got the tools to do the job, then you can't do the job, can you? And the CS52 list certainly couldn't do the job with that Object 430U. Anyway, the T150, he's now done. So we're just going to make our way over, see if I can get any shots across the map there. Ooh, look at this bad boy coming in. Yeah, can we take you out? Now, the chances are he's going to beat me here. He's got a bigger cannon than I. Man's going to know his limitations, as I said before. And mine is to run away, because obviously I'm not going to win this one on a straight, one-to-one basis. Mano el mano. But I'm trying to set him on fire. Now, if I can just get round this corner so his gun can't hit me, try and keep him tracked, perma-tracked, I might be able to take him out here. You never know, you Donald Duck. Just got to keep him tracked, because I'm just thinking to myself, if he repairs his track, I'm absolutely stuffed. I'm a one-shot. And he just needs to look at me and I'll die. But thankfully we managed to take him out, and then the sneaky little bugger across the way there got me. But there you go, on to the end plates. Let's see how we did. Not too bad, came top, so that's good for us. Catch us all in the next one. Take care, bye bye.